The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Georgia's offense will go to work first. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Georgia Tech's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Toggle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now
holds it in, the first down and more. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Yellow Jackets are threatening on 1st and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Quarterback extends the play. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And the ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over to expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And the Bulldogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Yellow Jackets are threatening in the red zone. Got some room in under the goal line. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Matthews. Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll throw it with the catch. It's Taylor. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll put it in play from the 27. First down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. wants to throw it. He's got an open man. And he's still running after the move. There he goes to the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Wants to go up top on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football with.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Grab near the marker. It's White. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quickly complete.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Dogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. They go 83 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. He's in open space downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Rambling Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC, and that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Matthews. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He's going for the big play. He's got it on the sideline. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Brought down at the 2-yard line and just a couple of steps away from the pick six.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've moved to the 16. It's first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got his man. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Snap in the shotgun. There's the pressure. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except the ticket holders. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. From the gun, wants to pass. the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the Big House forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 14 to Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take another shot here. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Smashes through the tackle. At the 45, on its way. Another broken tackle. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Dogs getting a push in the middle and getting to the quarterback and just salivating to get at it.
And every year they find these dudes. They all look the same, just massive, big, strong, quick guys that don't like people, Reese Davis. That just love hitting people with aggressiveness, and just it's so amazing that they find that year after year in this defensive line group.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it down and run. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably
lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, the receiver is going to hate watching film and watching that playback, because that was a touchdown and he dropped it.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. That's caught, it's Davis. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Makes a grab for a big play. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The inside, touchdown Bulldogs. They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Johnson. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Turning it on! The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Oh, better look out! Inside the 30. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass, it's Matthews. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in down the sideline. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete to the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And it slips just inside that right upright. That brings him to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around him doing their job to make it a good play.
And everybody around him doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a second down play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Man down on the play as the official. A break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already hit.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He'll run it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Special teams proving to be special. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 10 to Virginia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Matthews. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Hard in the backfield. It's Young. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes his man miss. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the touchdown, Yellow Jackets! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kid...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And so the Rambling Wreck make it all the way to the finish line as Georgia Tech takes this edition of Clean Old-Fashioned Hate. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.